that gonna be my new intro? We'll see. Alright, so in today's video, we're gonna be doing something pretty exciting. It is actually kind of groundbreaking, and for sure, no one has ever done this before. I'm going to be doing a book review. I know! Me, a booktuber, is doing a book review? What? This has nothing to do with the video, but I shaved my dog. He looks like a weird breed of a coyote. And he hates it because he's a furry dude. Not a furry, but like a fluffy boy. In today's video, I'm going to do a spoiler-free review, and this one is going to go up before my spoilery review, which is going to be a vlog of me talking about every single detail of this book. This is going to be a shorter video, so. And then, if you've already read this book, then you're going to get a vlog of me reading it, a review at the end. It's going to be a pretty long video, so sorry ahead of time. What did I rate it? I'm still deciding. I know, like, why am I doing a book review before deciding on the rating? It's either a 3.5 or 4. Anyways, if you don't know what the Poppy War is, it's the story about Runin. She is this farm girl, peasant, if you'd like to call it that. She lives with a family who deals in drugs, and she has a like hard life. And then she decides that she wants to take this certain test to go into a military school, and then, would you know it, surprise, she gets in, and it's her journey in that school, and then she finds out she has powers. Listen, I read this, and it's kind of like, what? And like, there's prejudice, and there's gods. I just want to show you my book really quickly so you know my thoughts. I wish I could like show you exactly, but as you can see, we start out with happy colors. All these are happy colors, and then, you probably can't even see this, as we move towards the end of the book, we run into a lot of reds. And here's the thing, again, either a 3.5 or a 4. This book had the potential of being one of my favorites. It started off so good, the world building was beautiful, the atmosphere was amazing. Every scene was beautifully described, and it really, I'm sorry, my neck is like, whatever. Every scene felt like I was there. Rude. Also, I need to do a disclaimer. If you're a sensitive reader, I don't recommend reading this book. It has trigger warnings for self-harm, rape, animal abuse, gore, anything and everything that you can think of is in this book. And it made me feel very uncomfortable. There's a scene about rape, and I literally had to take a second and stop because it was so painful. There's a lot of murder in this book. There's a lot of description in this book. So it makes you feel like you're watching a movie in your brain. But it makes you feel like you're watching a movie in your brain. Does that make sense? So it's like good, but also when it gets to those like certain things, not so very good. So now let's get into how I actually feel about this book. So, like I said, this book started out amazing. It was one of my favorite books for a very long time until we hit the end point. We start out And Rin is an unlikable character. And I have nothing against unlikable characters. I love me some very flawed characters. She has this way of thinking that is very self-destructive. She doesn't believe in herself, and she has this way of thinking in which she will do whatever it takes to become someone else, and the way that she goes about it is very destructive. So we see a lot of that, and it kept me going like, oh, don't do that. But at the same time, it shows how truly human she is. And it was like, I felt for her. And I knew why she was doing these certain things, but at the same time, I just wanted to smack her in the face for doing these certain things. She's very complicated in that way, in which she gets you to care about her, and then she does something, and you're like, you stupid woman, why would you ever do this? And don't even get me started on the love interest. That's one of the things that I didn't like. The love interest. He can choke on dirt. Dry dirt. Sand, if you would like. The love interest is disgusting. He is very manipulative. I really didn't like him. He used her in a way that was so sick. He kind of shifted the way that she thought, and she made him into this godlike creature that she would do anything for, and it was sad. I don't know why anyone would ever ship it, because it was truly sick to me. So, yes. But the thing is, too, that the side characters were really amazing. Kitai, I loved him. He was so nice. Also, I probably shouldn't be naming names, but this is supposed to be spoiler-free. What am I doing? Anyways, atmosphere was great. The writing was really good. R.F. Kuang is a debut author. This is her debut novel, and it really felt like a pro writer writing a very good book. Now, again, where this went wrong for me was the ending. I've heard before that this is a story about a villain, or like how someone becomes a villain. And when I heard that, I was like, that's really interesting. I'm really excited to see. But the way that it went about was like, oh no, I don't like it. But that's where I start getting conflicted about my feelings and my rating. Because sometimes not being happy with how a book ends is good, especially when it's a first book, because it makes you want to like reach for the second book. It's like all the decisions that she made led her there, and the whole time you're screaming at her, stop, please don't do this, and you know it's gonna happen, and it happens, and it's like, why? I feel like I'm not making any sense. I didn't write down notes. I kind of just wanted to talk to you guys, because it's kind of like a rant review. Am I disappointed? Who knows? We'll never know. There were also some points in the book where the pacing was really off. At certain points, the book went so fast. This book takes place in the span of like 4 years or something like that, and at certain points it takes too long to reach a certain next scene, if that makes any sense. So let's say I'm talking about my dog, and most of the time when I talk about certain things, I say, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool, and then all of a sudden I'm like, my dog is so amazing. He is the apple of my eye, and then I create a poem. Does that make sense? I'm pretty sure that doesn't make sense. But anyways, it just, like, sometimes it felt so long, and then sometimes everything was happening so quickly, especially towards the end. Like, there's this big scene at the end, or close to the end, and you're like, wow, this is crazy, it's so beautiful, and it's like playing with your emotion, and it's like, what's gonna happen? And then all of a sudden, towards the end, we move on to the next scene, and the next scene, and the next scene, and then all of a sudden you're done. And you're like, that was really quick. And it felt almost unsatisfying. And then we have this kind of big thing happen, and it's like not even really... Okay, we get it. Characters were very interesting. Every character that I met, I felt a certain attachment to them. Even if I met them towards the end of the book and there wasn't that build that we had when we met the characters in the first part of the book, I still felt kind of like I knew them, and in a way that they were my friends. So I really enjoyed her characters. Even the ones that we were supposed to hate were very well developed. Especially the main character. She's very complicated, and she's definitely frustrating, so I would say if you don't like a frustrating character, you will definitely not enjoy this book, because she's interesting and very annoying, and you're gonna want to punch her most of the time. But yeah, that's as short and non-spoilery. I see you smiling. That's as short and non-spoilery that I can make it. I don't know if I got all of my feelings across without speaking about certain things in a spoilery way, but what I'm trying to say is, should you read The Poppy War? Yes. Will you love it? Maybe. This is definitely going to be the type of book that you either love or you hate. I am in the middle. I will definitely read the second book. Only because I'm interested about the characters. That's the thing. It's frustrating, and there's a lot of red that made me very angry. But I'm also intrigued into what this is going to develop into. I'm very excited for the next book. I believe it comes out next year. So it's kind of like, oh, I don't like it, and it made me angry towards the end. But also, all the time that I spent with this main character, it made me very attached to her. And she made me sad, and she made me happy. And it's kind of like, I don't know how to feel about you because you're so frustrating. It's kind of like in a relationship where you hate your boyfriend and he does something that makes you so angry and you want to just hit him in the face, but also you love him and you want to know how he's doing tomorrow. You know? Does that make sense? I hope it does. Are you gonna read The Poppy War? Have you read The Poppy War? If so, let me know down below in the comments. Also, did this make any sense? Please let me know, because I don't know, and I was just trying to spill my guts without spoiling y'all. That did not make any sense. If you've read this book, check out tomorrow's video. What? Anyways, that's all for today, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. All of my social media is down below in the description if you would like to be my friend. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.